These are the things that are wrong with Beowulf. The movie, by the way, he can never seem to hear himself enough because he always has to hear his name. You know how he screams intensely like he's high on testosterone? And why is he always sleeping naked? He sleeps naked on a table in the mead hall around 580 when the world is a lot colder. That doesn't, I don't know. How come when Grendel shows up and starts murdering Beowulf's men, he just casually lays on the floor? Like he just lays there and watches them die, he doesn't even care. And then Beowulf, when he kicks over the oil and it lights on fire, he's standing in the smoke. He stands like this, like he's a superhero or something. And that's just kind of annoying, so I had to write that down. And when he gets that horn from Hrothgar, the first thing he says, he starts bragging and saying, "For all of you, I wish you would have been there last night to see the monster. I was asleep when he arrived." If you were watching the movie, he wasn't sleeping when he arrived. He was laying there watching his men die. Good job. And once again, Beowulf sleeping in the mead hall naked. Not only that, but he also slept through all of his men being hanged from the ceiling by Grendel's mom. That was right that night before he went to bed. And Beowulf, when he was finding Grendel's mother and walking through the water, when in the world did he find the time to get naked again? There seems to be a lot of nudity in this. Beowulf, he might just like to look at himself naked. But, let's get back to this. Beowulf, he never found the great giant's blade like he did in the book. It's a complete ripoff. Yep. Hold on, I'm getting lost. Okay. He seduces Grendel's mom, and she brings back Grendel's head and says that she has been slayed. But when Hrothgar asked him, he lied about it and made a complete bullcrap story about how he plunged his mighty Hrontir into the demon. Just shut up. You did not do that. Alright? Dude. Oh, alright. When Beowulf, he was made Hrothgar's hair, shows how easy it must have been to become a king. All he had to do was have sex with a demon. Simple as that. Sex with a demon, fun. Enjoyable to become a king, I suppose. And it's funny how Beowulf becomes a king for 50 years. And it's kind of ironic how him and Hrothgar both laid Grendel's mom, had a child with her, and the queen wouldn't touch either one of them. But in the movie, Beowulf had a mistress and a kid. And when Beowulf was hanging from the dragon at the end, he pulls out his sword and deflects it, he deflects, 10, 20 arrows at least. And all the other arrows just magically miss him. Yeah, I doubt that he's got reflexes like that. Reflexes like a cat. Right. And when they're flying through the air and they're hidden into those cliffs, and he manages to hold on to these scales that probably pretty hard to grab onto. He holds on, stays on through the whole ride, and then they go underwater. What? They went underwater in pressure that would kill a normal human being. Yeah, right. He isn't a fish. He's not going to hold his breath for 2 minutes. And did anyone else find it weird when Beowulf was naked? Everyone gathered around him and started saying, "Hail Beowulf," right after he fought Grendel. It's like they were praising his package or something. Come on. Oh, and yeah, this is one. When Wiglaf tells Beowulf he doesn't want to meet the water demon in her element, Beowulf responds with, "I know." What does he do in the next scene? Strolls through a lake to get her. Alright, you just told him that you weren't going to go in her element. Good job. And then Wealhtheow. Oh. Alright. The look on Wealhtheow's face, the entire movie says it all. It looks like they found the one chick in Denmark who doesn't know how to wipe her ass. The look on her face looks like she's smelling something raunchy the entire movie. And when Wealhtheow is singing, it's the most annoying thing in the world. Seriously. I could make better music with garbage cans. bang them together, and that'd sound way better than that annoying redhead voice. And Unferth. Unferth really bugged me because the cocky way he holds himself, upright and stiff like there's a broom stuck up his butt, and the way he talks like he is above all else, yet when Grendel attacked, he hid from him like a coward. He comes crawling back to Beuwolf like a coward and asks for his forgiveness and to slay the wretched demon that he should have never have doubted him. He offers Beowulf Hrontir like the suck-up he is. Hrothgar hands Beowulf the crown, then Unferth takes it and says, "Everything comes in his time." Then a few moments later, Hrothgar had killed himself, so Unferth's crowns Beowulf the new king. What was the point even taking the crown away? Mind your own business. That was a statement. And Hrothgar isn't even close to the same in the movie as he is in the book. In the movie, he's a drunk, fat, sweaty pig. He would always try to touch his wife and get rejected. He got his people to love him by feasting and handing out free gold. That's not a king. That could be anybody. Whenever I've seen Hrothgar in this movie, for the most part, he's drunk. When Hrothgar kills himself, it is extremely annoying. Because he never did that in the book, and Grendel's mom never took his body from the sea. Now let's talk about Grendel. Yeah, let's talk about Grendel. Grendel in the movie, he killed people because his ears hurt. In the book, he hated people being happy, so that's why he killed him. He's also Hrothgar's son in this. In the book, Hrothgar wasn't even in the mead hall when Grendel attacks, but they don't fight in the movie because of the family tie. In the movie, Grendel speaks Old English, and in the book, he doesn't say one word. Way to follow that story. You guys are brilliant. When Grendel attacked the mead hall, when Beowulf was in it, how did he show up so fast? It's not like he's Superman or something. Like, seriously, it was like flash, boom, right there. They just started singing. I mean, he showed up like right after they started singing. When Grendel bites off Thane's head too, yeah, gross. That green goo coming from his deformed mouth. And when he complained to his mother about how Beowulf ripped off his arm, of course something is eventually going to happen to you if you keep raiding mead halls. Grendel altogether, he's an idiot. But a couple more things and this is the end. Alright, the ending. The ending was complete garbage. They tried to create a touching moment between Beowulf and his son. But yet, I've seen more touching moments between a burger and a fat man. Also, when Grendel's mom came to reclaim Beowulf, why was Wiglaf and her staring each other down? Nothing like the book. They actually ripped it off and tried to make some hit movie. This movie was easily the crappiest thing I've seen in 2 years.